marble gargoyle too. Slight resistance to physical.
What a splash.
Got him. And cast a Featherfall. Spell points. Well, let's just walk down very, very slowly. See, it's a good thing we came down here. We found a Kurgar-laced lump of ore. Easily make a magical weapon, armor, or whatever. Lumps of ore will become much more apparent to... Hello.
It barely hurts.
It's
It
just a
barely
shade.
hurts. It barely hurts. It barely hurts.
Got him. But I hope you can see now just how strong our party's eventually becoming. I mean, creatures that were once giving us tons of troubles, they no longer do so. And not only do they not do so, but we can trounce them just so easily. Shooting something? Well, I hear a growl.
No problem.
Suddenly the undead don't seem so intimidating. And suddenly you begin to realize just how much you have grown. How much stronger, better, faster you have become. And that, my friends, is the true essence of an RPG. Also, casting regeneration is also a true essence of an RPG. Or at least true essence of Might and Magic 7, because it's such a powerful spell. I wouldn't really consider it to be game-breaking. It's just regeneration, you know? Although some people go as far as to say that. I'm not one of them.
That was close.
What's this? A golem chest. Quest item. The broad torso of a mighty golem. It appears to require a bit of assembly before being fully functional. Huh. Okay, well. Could use a spare 100 pounds to weigh us down. Why not? And yes, I made a Shadowgate 64 reference. They say that if you start taking tomes, it's like you could use a spare 20 pounds to lug around. That game was kind of silly. I died so many times just because I didn't equip the ring of, oh goodness, I forget the name of the character. The hero of Might and Magic, or not Might and Magic, the hero of Shadowgate 1. If you don't wear his ring whenever you touch the Staff of Power, your character, like, gets vaporized. And I kept forgetting to put it on my ring so much. There's so many stupid ways to die inside the game like that. It's like, you know, use common sense. Well, I'm like, well, I didn't realize that the little hobbit would be stupid enough to actually get himself killed in this manner. I didn't know he could not swim. I did not know he, you know, I did not know he could not fall 5 feet without breaking his neck. And believe me, there's so many times when that happens. Now, there's places where it's very much warranted where you fall off 2 stories to your death. But if I fall out of a hayloft, I shouldn't break my neck. I mean, come on, man. Tumble and roll. Tumble and roll. It's how you do things. And yeah. I mean, I could understand with water, too, if there's some sort of beast down there that dragged you to your death and an untimely chomp chomp, but that didn't happen. And we've got plus 10 might and endurance. Again, I'm not sure if you can do that yearly or seasonally or whatnot, but you can always do it whenever you arrive at an altar for some reason. I believe that's done to replace the seer. I think, anyways. I'm not certain. Don't quote me on that. And if you quote me on that, well, you can go die. Dogs. Dogs. And a shade.
Ow! Ow! Ow!
What a scratch.
A bit of a story behind what I just said about shades and whatnot. What was going through my head? Barrow navigation. Ooh. Though the barrows were built to deter thieves, a way was needed to navigate them during burials and ceremonies. Near each of the gates you'll find a plaque. These plaques are cryptic, but they will keep you from losing your way as long as you use them. No thief has yet realized their significance, so once they enter the barrows, they never leave. Arena Championships. Championships are held on each Sunday. They are open to all, but be careful. Your opponents are chosen by the arena management, not you. Thusly, it means that you could come across the same crap that happened to me in the end of Might and Magic 6, where I went out and fought a Lord match and got my rear end handed to me by a bunch of golden dragons. Ah, such is life. You ask for a Lord's battle, that's exactly what you get. Expert teachers, blah blah. Amethyst gemstone, what a name. What a name. Also, drink from the well. 25 fire resists. Medusas. Ghosts. Fear the touch of the ghost as you fear the loss of your life. Inflicts terrible spiritual wounds and drains your youth before your eyes. I know this already. Little late for that. Anyways, as I was saying, this might be a little bit of an immature topic. I hope it doesn't offend any of you, but whatever. I'm just going to tell it anyways. What it was on the old Neverwinter Nights server that I used to play on for role-playing and whatnot, and it was pretty fun. But the problem is, a lot of people really lack the imagination in order to be able to come up with explanations behind why their characters would do certain stupid individual things. And some of them was just like, well, and there was apparently this one plot line involving a bunch of shades and whatnot possessing people, and oh god, one of the characters just started going out and just anytime somebody really like acted up or whatnot, he'd say like they were possessed by anal shades. Yes, they possessed the hairs on a person's anus, so thusly they were anal shades, and they made people act crankier than natural, because that was everybody's explanation for doing something out of character, or you know, something that they would. When I mean out of character, I mean like actually out of character, as in like not metagaming, but out of their normal character, like they do something that they wouldn't normally do, and so thusly this name stuck. And yeah.
What a piece of junk.
It's just something
What a
I
piece
always
of
remember,
junk.
and I will never forget till the day I die. Being possessed by anal shades, that's right. I know it sounds stupid, but that's really what it was stupidity. I mean, you know, people would just go out and they'd say that whether it was or it wasn't true without DM approval and whatnot, and eventually everybody just, you know, it became a point of, you know, why bother role-playing? There's no longer any repercussions for what you do, because players would be taking advantage of the fact that, you know, there was no permanent death. Entrance to this barrow is pleasing the eye, at the same time forbidding the area is very quiet near the entrance. And a lot of people really kept on doing that on a lot of the servers too. There would be no real repercussions because the DMs, you know, they can't kill off the person's characters because it's pretty much a written rule, and it's basically done as a failsafe because in case you get power-hungry DMs or people with vendettas, they're just like, you die permanently, the end. Go make a new character or leave the server. And you know, nobody likes that. I mean, characters like that, you know, you spend a lot of time on a character, and you don't want somebody just